temperatures that you see right now, they are definitely not going to be our high temperatures overall for the day as we continue to watch our temperatures fall over the course of the afternoon and into the evening. Overnight low temperatures are also going to be falling into the single digits above zero in many locations, so you will want to keep that in mind as we get a reminder that yes, it is winter, but springtime temperatures are on the way back. We'll talk about that coming up. Until then, Midday in KELOLAND starts right now.
Live from KELOLAND Media Group, Midday in KELOLAND.
Local breweries are celebrating South Dakota Craft Beer Week in honor of great business. Plus,
President Biden and congressional leaders meet to try and come up with a deal to prevent a government shutdown. I'm Natalie Brand with a look at how security aid for Ukraine and the southern border are part of the negotiations.
good afternoon and thanks for having us in. After some record warmth yesterday, some parts of our viewing area are experiencing notably cooler temperatures and also some light snow showers. With strong winds expected, Deadwood has already seen about an inch this midday. So let's check in with our friend Adam, who has the outlook for the rest of our Tuesday.
I can put it pretty simply. It's cold.
Yeah, I know. Huge difference from yesterday, Adam.
Yeah, it is noticeable, to say the least, going from record-setting high temperatures across really the entirety of the region to this. Snow showers. Moving eastward, some nice moderate banding, actually. Notice those darker shades of blue around Brookings, clipping Madison, moving through Mitchell right now. And some of that's going to eventually head eastward into the Sioux Falls area, so you will want to keep that in mind. No, it's not going to last very long. No, we're not looking at too much snow, an inch or less of accumulation, but yes, that can still compromise visibility. Case in point is what we're going to be showing from our camera in Lake Madison. Yeah, visibility is starting to get pretty poor out there. You can also see the snow flying at a pretty decent clip. It's almost kind of weird to see considering how warm February and much of this winter has been. Meanwhile, downtown 22 degrees, but you notice though it is rather blustery out there. We do have that wind sustained out of the north at 29 miles per hour, and we have seen higher gusts as of late, upward of 30 to even 40 miles per hour. And that is just only making it feel even colder than it already is. Meanwhile, up in Aberdeen, well, at least Sioux Falls is in the 20s. Aberdeen's at 10. And again, that's the air temperature. North wind at 30 miles per hour. So there are air temperatures. Feels like it's a lot colder out there. That's putting it bluntly. 9 degrees right now in Sisseton, 6 for Buffalo, 7, Faith, 5 in Spearfish. Compare that to the 20 in Yankton and Worthington. Yes, it is milder, but then you factor in that wind, and it really does not do much in terms of helping things out. These are sustained winds, 20 to 30 miles per hour, upward of 40 miles per hour in a couple of areas like Worthington with that north wind at 37 miles per hour. And these are the gusts we've seen over the last about 60 or so minutes. We've had gusts approaching 40, 45, even near 50 miles per hour over the course of the morning and now into the afternoon. Wind advisories will remain in place through 6 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Mountain Time today, as we still could see those gusts reaching and exceeding 50 miles per hour. It is going to be rather cold tonight, still at bare minimum chilly on Wednesday, and then we're just going to go back to spring again like nothing ever happened. We'll talk about the rest of your 7-day forecast coming up in a little bit.
Sounds good. Thank you, Adam. Local brewers are raising a glass celebrating South Dakota Craft Beer Week. According to the Brewers Association, South Dakota was home to 5 craft breweries in 2011. The number grew to 42 in 2022 and had an economic impact of $289 million across the state.
You see a lot of the model that it used to be prior to Prohibition was every town had its brewery or two, and it's really kind of turning back into that model.
South Dakota's craft beer industry has really exploded in the last several years, not just in the metro hubs, but throughout some of those small towns in the state.
South Dakota Craft Beer Week runs through Saturday. We're going to tell you what's currently popular on the scene tonight on KELOLAND News. Dozens of people gathered this year at Active Generations to welcome in the 15 days long celebration known as Lunar New Year, also known as Chinese New Year. This year, people from Sioux Falls and beyond came together to kick off the holiday. This year's host is also a preschool teacher and says she enjoys teaching her students about different cultures.
I'll tell them I come from China, I'm Chinese. And also during this year, we're reading, in our school, so we have the curriculum, so we're reading some books to my friends. So I teach them a little bit part of the Chinese to let them know more outside of America.
And tonight on KELOLAND, we're going to share what Lunar New Year means to those who live in Sioux Falls and some of the traditions that are highlighted. In national developments, a critical meeting at the White House today as President Joe Biden and top lawmakers search for common ground on a number of pressing issues, including keeping the U.S. government open for business. Natalie Brand reports from Washington.
President Biden is meeting with top congressional leaders at the White House today with time running out to prevent a partial government shutdown. If Congress doesn't pass a funding bill by March 1st, the Departments of Agriculture, Energy, and Transportation will run out of money, with the Departments of Defense and Justice set to run out next Friday.
We want to avoid a government shutdown. We want to work with all our House counterparts to spare the American people of the pain that a shutdown would bring.
The leaders will also be discussing a stalled $95 billion foreign aid package as Ukraine runs low on ammunition. Ukrainian Americans look to convey the urgency as they rallied to mark 2 years since Russia launched its full-scale invasion.
Pass the aid, please, please, please support Ukraine. They need you.
But House Speaker Mike Johnson is demanding that border security be part of any aid legislation.
The Republican-led House will not be jammed or forced into passing a foreign aid bill that was opposed by most Republican senators.
President Biden is heading to Texas on Thursday for a meeting with U.S. Border Patrol agents and local leaders in Brownsville to discuss the need for a border agreement. Former President Donald Trump will be visiting the southern border on the same day in Eagle Pass, about 300 miles away from President Biden. Immigration is among the top issues for voters this presidential election year. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Washington.